Thank you, Sandy, and I'm here with Laura and Daniel, and my, how beautiful these are. This is such an art. I love bonsai. I think that it's just, they're so beautiful. How long have you been doing this?
Well, actually, Daniel got involved first, so go ahead.
Did you?
Oh, geez, how long ago was it?
Three or 4 years ago, maybe?
3 or 4 years ago. What happened was my grandfather was at the Kit Carson nursing home, and his roommate was involved in bonsai. So whenever we would go to visit him, his roommate would have this bonsai tree out.
How cute.
And I would ask about it, and that's how I got into it.
Now, Daniel, can you actually bonsai almost any plant?
Yes.
Okay.
And any plant could be a bonsai.
Is this a rose?
No, this is a Chinese elm.
A Chinese elm. Okay. And this is?
That's a fig.
And this is?
We think that's a fig.
No, this is a fig. Yeah.
This is a Japanese maple?
Yes, it's very common in bonsai.
And this is a form of juniper?
Yes.
It's called a nana juniper is the common name.
Okay. Yeah. And basically, when you have bonsai like this, very little water, am I right? You just keep it kind of moist?
Right. Well, actually, these get watered every day. Because
really?
the pot is so small,
it dries out fast.
Yes, and especially because these are all outdoor. Bonsai is outdoor living art. If you see bonsai indoors, it should only be there for maybe a day or so as a table decoration or something, and then go back outside. They need the elements. So in this type of weather, in the mid-summer weather, they get watered multiple times a day because those roots they dry out so quickly in the ceramic or so like this one. This is a training pot. It's plastic.
Yeah.
In training, you'll see some wire and things on here.
So you're shaping
bend and shape, right?
How nice.
But no, they get watered at least twice a day during the summer.
And the rocks is to keep the moisture in.
That helps, and it's also for the art form. This is a living art. It's a science. The rock does help keep the moisture in, but it also helps with presentation. During shows, you'll see rocks, you'll see moss, all sorts of toppings for the plants.
Bonsai's been around for centuries.
Centuries,
and it started out over in Asia, am I correct?
Chinese art, China and Japan. We study, well, Daniel actually, he's a black belt in karate, and that helped with his bonsai. You know, his interest in bonsai and Japanese art.
Very good.
So, and we study the Japanese form of bonsai.
It's great. My grandson is a purple belt in Taekwondo, so he's just getting into this, and he loves it. And there's just so much history behind the martial arts, and this is the culture of their country.
Right.
And it's living art. It's absolutely magnificent. Daniel, what is the hardest thing when it comes to starting out? What would you tell somebody? What it would be let's put it this way, what would be the easiest plant to start out with? If you, like a juniper?
Well, maybe a juniper. I actually have my first plant right here. This is a Cotoneaster. And the hardest part about starting bonsai is getting the shape and finding inspiration for the shape.
Okay.
Each plant has a shape, and
that's beautiful.
And this one actually is what would be considered a cascade. See how
so
it drapes down beyond the lip or the top lip of the pot. And interesting enough about this pot, that's a handmade pot. Made by Daniel. That's a one-of-a-kind pot.
And something like to say about this pot in particular, it's not the plant that won the blue ribbon, it's the pot.
Yeah, the judge loved the pot, the character of the pot.
Because you never see bonsai in contained going up like that. It's always
usually just in the cascade form. Yeah, you'll see the real tall pots.
That's very pretty. And the Japanese maple. Now, will this turn colors like the seasons? It will do exactly like a regular plant. Now, I've seen people do like miniature roses, and I imagine you have to shape that very delicately because it buds, or does that make any difference?
I don't think it really makes a difference. It's the owner of the plant would see by looking at it where they want that shape to go. So you can train any of these plants to go in any direction. Like we have cascade plants, like we said, and we're shaping it to do this curvature. What you like to see in bonsai is movement. trunk movement, character. The idea of bonsai is like
this
that
one with the root,
to make it look as old as you can. This plant may not be very old, but it might look centuries old, and that's the whole idea of bonsai.
Now, am I right that they have bonsai that are actually like 50, 60 years old?
Easily, and more.
And more.
Yes.
Yeah.
And most bonsai will outlive their owners.
Really?
Yeah, they get passed down generation by generation.
You're start them at 2 years old then, and hope that they have longevity.
Yeah.
Do that. What is the, what would be one plant, because I know that people would want to ask, what would be one plant that would be easy for, say, somebody that's young that wants to start and get interested in this? What would be the most, workable plant for a young kid?
In my opinion, probably the juniper.
Juniper?
Because they're pretty hard to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very hardy plants. They're very pliable, and you can bend them in just about any shape that you want them to go. Like I said, this is a cascade. We have junipers that look like little tiny trees. I have one on this quartz rock that if you were at the Amador County Fair, you saw it, this huge quartz rock. There's a natural divot on the side of it, so I packed in some what's called mud. It's a peat moss and clay mixture that keeps it there. And we shaped it into this little tree that has a little character, a little bend to it.
How
and
cute.
Just keep it little. Yeah.
Now, you belong to the Amador Bonsai Society. And when do they meet?
We meet the second Saturday of every month at 9 o'clock in the morning.
And where?
That's at the Amador Senior Center on New York Ranch Road.
Great. Now, if anybody has any questions or wants to join you, where can they get a hold of you?
Well, you can go to our website, all our contact information at AmadorBonsaiSociety.com, and you can show up to the meeting second Saturday.
Good.
So actually, today
what's
it's tomorrow.
Nice about this? Anybody can do this, right?
Anybody.
Pretty much,
anybody.
yes.
Yeah.
And it's if you can't have a lot of plants in your home or big plants, this is the way to go. I want to thank you, Laura, very much, and Daniel, keep doing that and keep going up in that black belt. What degree are you?
I'm first degree. I'll be working on my second degree.
So you got what, 6, 7 to go?
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
At least. Hey, we're going to take a short break. We'll stick with us and we'll be right back.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.